All right. Have a little bit. I'm not talking to you. Am I talking to you? Am I talking to mommy?
Wondering what I was going to get blamed for.
Cow?
What?
I can't talk to him. He's evil looking. Ted? Are you possessed by the devil? Okay. All right. Anyways. We have a leak here. Well, I was going to say I noticed it, but I didn't notice it. Mary noticed it. Got a little bit of a drip here on this pipe. Not going to bother with this until this summer, because in the winter it's a real drag to get plumbers to come in here. But I obviously don't want that dripping on the pump. What ends up happening here is whacker heads on this, and it moves this line, and as you can see, this line's got, that's just lead there. That's just crappy lead work. I didn't do this too. I do want to preface that out with, I did not do any of the solder work, and probably nobody still alive did any of that work. I did do the foam. I put the foam on there. I'll take credit for that. The boiler guy put that in. It's just the nozzle. Anyways, I digress. These solder joints, I guarantee you, are older than I am. So what I'm going to do, focus, is I'm going to try and clean off some of the scale, because it appears to be leaking from this down pipe. In the summer, I want to get all this replaced. I want to get the whole thing coming right out of the box replaced. And I don't know what that. I think that might have been from when the pipes were frozen when I first bought the house. Not really sure. There were a lot of issues here. You can see there's lots of scale and buildup. So a lot of these units aren't super great. So a lot of it will have to be changed out. But anyways, I want to take care of this, and I have some of that silicone tape. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and clean this area up, and then I'll wrap it from here down to here, and we'll see if the silicone tape will at least get me through the rest of the winter, and then I can get this taken care of properly in the summer without having to deal with it. So I just don't want this thing dripping down on the pump. And this has been a great boiler, actually. As old as it is, it still works really, really well. People have tried to get me to replace it before, but I don't know. It's done very well on an energy audit, and when it comes right down to it, it doesn't make any sense to me to replace it with some other big behemoth when this takes care of the hot water and the heat and everything. It's just a little tiny box for the hot water. This is for the domestic hot water, in case you're wondering. The water just comes in. See, is it this one? Yeah. It comes in on this one. So that's our cold, and that's our hot out, going back out. My wife was washing dishes earlier today. And that, I don't know what that is. It frightens me even to look at things like this. I think that's a steel one, but that's going to have to do. Let's see here. There it is. That's my silicone tape stuff. Okay, I have a cup of water here, because what I'm going to do is I want to clean this up a little bit. Not so sure what you'll be able to see from up there. So I want to get this as clean as I could, so that I give the silicone tape a halfway decent surface at least to work on. I think it's probably been years and years of build up on here, because I'm sure that the hole's been there for a long time. It's just a matter of it finally working its way through. So like I said, this is obviously not the kind of work that you'd want to do if you were a plumber. But this is the kind of work that you would need to do if you're a homeowner and you're just trying to clean it up enough to just make it survive until the summer. Hit that again with my water. Trying not to get tons of that on top of the boiler down at the bottom. Still can't see where it's coming out. Oh yeah, I can. Right there. Alright. So here goes. So I'm going to start right out under tension. Sorry, you probably can't see a whole crap ton of what's going on here. And they did say you got to give it a good pull when you're working with it. So I'm effectively doubling its length during the pull. See how much I'm stretching there. I'm going over it by half, at least. It's just strong stuff, because I'm not snapping it, and I'm giving it a good pull here. That's about as high up as I'm going to go. Now I'm going to head back down. Full pull. Stick it to itself. I've already got a drip over on the other side here, so I really don't think this stuff's going to work, quite honestly. So that's pretty tightly wound going right up through there. And you can see it still bumping right back up and out. It's not bleeding as bad as it was before, but it's still more than I would prefer it to be doing. I'm going to run one more piece up through here just for the heck of it, and we'll see if that makes a difference. So as you can see, pretty much complete failure. It's overlapped. There's two layers here. So any place where the silicone tape isn't, even though it's really tight, it's still bleeding through. I mean, there's pressure on that line, but it's probably like maybe 40 pounds of pressure. Should be enough to be blowing through the silicone like that, especially with a slight drip. So I think I'm going to use the rest of this stuff, seeing as it's useless, and at the very least try and get it so it'll drip somewhere besides directly on top of the boiler head. Evil Terrible Ted approves of this message. Like I said, I'm really putting the boots to it as far as pulling on this stuff goes. So as far as it's not being tight enough, it's definitely tight enough. Alright. Used about 90% of the roll. And good gravy. I might have got it. I think I got it, folks. So basically all you have to do is just get mad at it and use 90% of the roll, and that seems to do it. So we'll come back to this in about an hour and see if it's dripping again. Hopefully that'll be it, and then I can leave it till summer. If not, I'm gonna have to cut all that off because I really don't want the plumber seeing. Was that a drip? All right. So this absolutely hideous temporary repair has in fact worked. It's not leaking anymore. See if I can focus on that. That's just dirt that's on that. But there are no drips coming off. But that was the important thing. But I had to use way more than they use in the commercial, because the guy shows you taking off like about 5 inches of it, and then just tightly wrapping it, and it stops. And I mean, the hole is only a little tiny gap in one of the unions. Like, I'm not even going to mess with these. That's all going to get replaced at once. But yeah, it's not under a real load of pressure. And the stuff kind of failed miserably, but for like $5, I still can't complain about it, because even though I used a whole crap load of it, it still did what it was supposed to do, although it didn't do it like they show in the commercial. But then again, whatever does.